OP09 is coming out literally in a few more days, and I've made day 1 deck profile videos for all of the new leaders from OP09. That means the next video after this one will be for the OP09 unboxing. If you haven't watched any of these videos, I've linked them in the description. And now onto the last leader of the set, Marshall D. Teach, aka Blackbeard. Finally, a true Floodgate leader has appeared in the One Piece card game. He is a Yonko and a Blackbeard Pirates leader. His effect is your on-play effects are negated. His other effect is activate main, discard one card from your hand. All of your opponent's on-play effects are negated until the end of their next turn. Because of his first effect, you wouldn't want to play cards with on-play abilities, for example Moria or Sabo. The strategy of the deck is control the opponent, possibly locking them out of their on-play abilities and removing their characters on board while building up your Jesus, Burgess, and 10-cost Blackbeard. So here's my take on the day 1 deck list. Firstly, I'm running 4 copies of Stronger. Here's a 2k counter. Effect is activate main. By discarding one card and trashing this card from your field, if your leader is Blackbeard Pirates, draw one card, then one of your opponent's character gets -2 cost. This card replaces one card in your hand and works as a cost reducer. However, I feel this card is better as a 2k counter since we have better cost reducer in the deck. Next is the staple of the deck. We have 4 copies of Lephite. His effect is similar to Bonnie and Momonosuke. By resting one Dawn and discard, search your top 5 card for a Blackbeard Pirates card and add it to your hand. Next, I'm running 4 copies of One Leg Toy Soldier. This is a 2k counter but also combos well with the next card, and that is Doc Q. Effect is activate main, rest this character. If your leader is Blackbeard, KO one of your opponent's character with 1 cost or less. With the Toy Soldier, you can easily KO a 4 cost character. Also, Doc Q's effect is on KO, you get to draw one card. Draw effects are always welcome in the Blackbeard deck, which we will see another card which has the similar on KO effect. Next is Shiryu. He's a 2k counter, Dawn 1 on attack, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. So similar to Dracul Mihawk. Although this card refreshes your hand, I think there are better cards to do that, and I feel Shiryu should just be used as a 2k counter instead of playing him onto the field. Next, I'm running 2 copies of Borsalino. Overall, just a really good blocker for black. I can consider playing a full playset of him, but I'll need to reconsider what card to remove. Then I'm running 4 copies of Jesus Burgess. His effect is he cannot be KO'd by effect, which is a strong effect when going up against red and black decks. His second effect is if your leader is a Blackbeard Pirates, for every 4 cards in the trash, he gains +1k attack. This is a passive and an ongoing effect, so really strong character, especially if not dealt with as soon as possible. Next, I'm running another flex slot. I'm not sure if it will be useful since we have a lot of cost reducer, so I'm running 2 copies of Van Augur. His effect is rest this character. If your leader is Blackbeard, give one of your opponent's character -3 costs. And his KO effect is draw 1 card. Next, I'm playing 4 copies of Jack. I feel Jack fits well in this deck just because he has a built-in removal and card filter. With tons of cost reduction in the deck, I feel Jack can easily take advantage of all those cards. You can also run a deck without him, but I feel Jack is too strong not to run him in any black decks. Finally, the last character of the deck, we have Marshall D. Teach. He's a 10 cost blocker with 12k power, the strongest blocker in the game. His effect is activate main. If your leader is Blackbeard Pirates, the turn you play this card, one of your opponent's leader effect gets negated, then one of your opponent's character until the end of their next turn has their effect negated and can't attack. Being a huge 12k blocker is also a huge point as it can likely block almost any attacks. Moving on to events, I'm running 4 copies of Ice Age. I might consider dropping this to 2 copies to increase more Borsalino, but this card also combos really well with Doc Q, so I might consider doing that. Then I have 4 copies of This Will Be My Age, a Blackbeard Pirate Searcher. Check the top 3 cards of your deck for a Blackbeard Pirates card, then trash the rest. This card would have been really good if you can use Moria or Rebecca's effect. Next, I'm playing 2 copies of Black Hole. If your leader is a Blackbeard Pirate, for this turn, negate one of your opponent's character's card effect. Then if it's 4 cost or lower, KO it. Some good target for this would be to negate Borsalino's effect and KO it, or negate the 10 cost Shanks -1k power. The trigger effect is negate one of your opponent's leader or character effect for this turn. For the last card in the deck, I'm running 4 Hachinosu stage card. By discarding 1 card and resting this stage, search the top 3 cards of your deck for a Blackbeard Pirates card and add it to your hand. I'm not sure how good this will be for the deck, but being able to dig out for your 10 cost Blackbeard is always good, so I'm trying this stage out in the meantime. So that's my take on the Blackbeard Day 1 deck profile. Floodgate kind of decks has always been my favorite playstyle, especially in another Konami game. For now, I think this deck will not be in tier 1, but will be hovering between tier 1.5 and tier 2. And also, it feels like this deck is still missing a couple of support cards. Hopefully, we'll get them in the next set. And you also have trouble dealing with rush decks. So some cards that I can consider playing in this deck would be this counter card. Effect is -4k to one of your opponent's character or leader for this turn. Then you get to negate their effect. Next, you can play this 9 cost Kaido. I think this card fits well in the deck as well because it doesn't have an on-play effect. And finally, you can also try playing Laboon in the deck. Honestly, I feel Blackbeard is going to be a tough deck to play, and I strongly don't recommend new players to pick this deck up. Reason is because resource management is very important for this deck. And knowing when to activate your leader's effect is also very crucial. To do that, you need to understand and know many other decks and their strategy, not just yours. And with that, I've completed the day 1 deck profile video for all the OP09 leaders. Let me know which OP09 leaders you are most excited for. And for the next video, it will definitely be an unboxing video for OP09, which hopefully should be out by tomorrow. If you've enjoyed this video and you would like to support the channel, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, share it to your friends, and leave a comment. Also, follow me on Twitter or X for more One Piece card game content. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.